Welcome to PLMA Live. What do you think is driving the growth of private label across Europe?
I think it's the sophistication of the consumer and the sophistication of the retailer. Retailers are increasingly becoming very conscious of the value of their own brands, of the store brands. And it's not just about what happens in the store. It's about running a multi-billion-dollar pound industry which survives for its profitability on the equity that it provides. So they're as much a brand as any grocery brand that you see on the shelf, and they're employing the same tools and techniques. I guess the best example is recently where we've seen in Europe where Asda Walmart have recruited one of the world's top marketing and advertising strategists from Fallon, a very well-respected global advertising agency, to run their brand strategy effectively. Who would have thought that a retailer like that would adopt the sort of full-blown brand marketing approach that comes really from the brand manufacturing industry, from brand management traditions, as a means of differentiating its offer.
Has new product innovation become more important?
Yes, I think it has. If you look at all of the levers you can pull, the elements of the marketing mix, I think that new product development and innovation has become tremendously important. It is the number one driver of growth. Again, many surveys by bigger consultancies than mine would evidence that. Not just in grocery either, by the way, that the trends to growth drivers, other growth drivers like mergers and acquisition, have by and large fallen down the list. The old-fashioned way of just throwing money at a brand and delivering growth just by spending money on mass market advertising, that doesn't work anymore. The media market's changed. You get massive fragmentation of media, doesn't allow you just to blitz a TV campaign the way that perhaps some of the big brands did in the past. Price and promotion are clearly still very important elements. If not, I think they've been promoted up the league clearly in terms of their importance in the marketing mix. But innovation's right up there. I mean, the consumer is hungry for change. The consumer has a much broader experience and knowledge. When you look at food, ethnic food from all over the world is seen as within the reach of the man in the street, the man and woman in the street. So it's beholden on us who work in the industry to satisfy those needs and do that faster than the competitors.
What's the best approach for private label manufacturers to become involved in new product development?
I think the general approach of being proactive and building a relationship with your client. If you're a manufacturer talking to a retailer, you build a relationship which is based less on trading, more on consumer understanding. That then leads to a proactive approach to new product development. So I can think of examples where I've gone in with a client of mine, for example, to a retailer with a proposition which is more about, so here are the insights that we've had. This is how we read consumer trends. This is how we see your strategy. This is how our strategy marries with that. So as a consequence of that, this is how we suggest we develop the next wave of new products. And that has much more traction and long-term value to building that relationship and building a profitable trading relationship as well, than just waiting for the brief that comes from the retailer, who are, they're busy guys in a very tough competitive situation, and they're more likely to come at you with a brief that says, my competitor is taking share off me because they've launched this product. Why haven't you already shown it to me? That's reaction, okay? How much better if actually as a manufacturer, you're able to preempt that, not just by seeing the product, the competitor product first, but by anticipating the trend, anticipating the need, developing the insight yourself, and going proactively to your retail partner and saying, hey, here's something that's coming. This is why we think so. It's not just an idea we had this morning on the way to the meeting. it's thought through, it's backed up with strategy, it's backed up with consumer trend analysis. Why don't we work together to develop this new segment, niche, whatever it may be? And I do see that as a much more professional, marketing-based trend in relationships between manufacturers and retailers. Without that, what's a private label manufacturer? He's a factory operator. And if that's what you want to be, that's fine. But you better be the cheapest factory operator, otherwise you're likely to go out of business.
Tim, thanks for telling us about new product development and private label in Europe.